So it's that time of year again. Having issues at work, which I can't get into. And working in retail over Christmas is quite the nightmare anyway. So in this vlog we're gonna focus on the glimmers and the good stuff that I can find in the little things, to keep my mental health going in the right direction. So yeah, I mean, I just got home yesterday from a week in York, and that was amazing. It was fantastic. We went to the York Castle Museum, we went to the Jorvik Viking Centre, we went to the Bronte Parsonage Museum in Haworth, and we just spent a lot of time in York just mooching around, taking in the scenes. And it snowed when we were there, so it is officially Christmas. It is the 23rd of November. I have declared Christmas, because that will help as well. I like decorating for Christmas. I love the music, the food. So yeah, and I thought I'd include some B-roll of York now. So today we are going to do the bus tour, and then it's hop off, hop on. So we're going to go to the Castle Museum. Last night we went to Byron Burger for food, and we went to the Christmas market and walked very briskly through the shambles back to the hotel. But yeah, it's a lovely walkable city. Got my walker. We're gonna have a good day. Thought I'd give you a tour of the room. So this is pretty much it. That's the bathroom. Daniel's in there at this moment. No wardrobe or drawers is my only gripe. So I've hung up what needs hung up, along with the coats. But yeah, we've been in this room for one night and look at the state of it. But yeah, it's a really comfy room. I love the lights. I love air conditioning, can I just say. And this is the fit for today. my outfit for the Bronte Museum, suitably Victorian-esque. Very excited. And it has snowed again. Kind of settled, but it'll melt before the day is out. And over there, where am I going? There. That's the ghost dispensary. Yesterday I bought some ghosts because the York shop was closed, but I didn't realise until I'd queued for a little bit. But we move on. We have the ghosts. I might pop back, you know, to the actual one in the Shambles tomorrow, because we found out yesterday that Mother Shipton's is closed until next week, which is really sad because I really wanted to go, but that just means we have to come back. Oh no. But today is the Bronte Parsonage. So yeah, it was a magical time. Absolutely fantastic. We'll go there again. Everyone was so nice. I used my walker as well. It's the first time I took my walker on holiday, and it really helped. I had my cane as well, but yeah, and everyone was so nice, asking if I need help, or you know, here's the accessible toilet, here is the lift, and stuff like that. So it was really nice. Yeah, it was magical. And I thought I would show you the books I got for my birthday, and the books I bought in York. So let's start with the birthday. So I already have the picture book of the lyrics Defying Gravity, and I got the illustrated lyrics for the song For Good. So Defying Gravity, For Good. Oh, annoying that the doesn't line up, but I'm sure I'll get over it in time. Yeah, so that's those. And then so these are all from my parents. So I got The Year Without Summer by Guinevere Glassford, and it is about the year 1816. You know the drill. Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein in Geneva, and this is about Mary Shelley is one of the characters, but there's like several characters, and how the volcanic eruption hindered their lives and the effect that it had. So I'm really excited to read that. This is such a good stack. I'm so excited. I got Laura Purcell, House of Splinters, which is, I believe, like the sequel to The Silent Companions. So yeah, I love Laura Purcell. If you want creepy gothic historical, she's your go-to author. I also got The Isle in the Silver Sea by Tasha Suri. I love her writing, and I'm so excited to have this book. It's so shiny and it's beautiful. Then we have another author I love, Alex E. Harrow, The Everlasting. I am a massive Star Wars fan. We don't talk about the sequels, but I am a prequel girly, and more specifically, Anakin Skywalker. He's my favourite character, and this is Master of Evil by Adam Christopher, set, I think, immediately after he becomes Darth Vader in the suit. I'm so excited. He's hunting for the secrets of life and death. And this beast, which I've kind of, I got it on NetGalley, and I was hesitant because it's such a big one. But after all the reviews, I was like, fine, I'm going to read it. So I've started it on NetGalley on my Kindle, but I now own the hardback of King of Sorrow. I didn't want the special edition because I'm going to tab it, and I don't like tabs with a sprayed edge. I just don't like the look of it. But I have my tabs ready. But I am going to read it on my Kindle and then use the highlights and notes that I put on there to annotate this copy. I love Joe Hill's work. My favourite one is Nosferatu. Highly recommend it, especially at this time of year. It's a Christmassy horror if ever I've read one. So yeah, look at this, it's huge. It's his first book in 10 years, I think. So exciting. And then I think this is the best book. It is the book of the film Frankenstein. Look at this. Absolutely stunning. It's got all kind of like the annotations, the artwork, everything like the production team put into creating Frankenstein. This is a beloved book for me. It won't fit on the Frankenstein shelf because it's too tall, but this is one that's just going to live in my room, and I'm just going to flick through it for the rest of my life. Yeah. So those are my birthday books. I'll try and shift them out the way. I'm just surrounded by piles of books at the moment because I'm just a mess. Anyway, okay, so books we got on holiday. Let's start with the biggest pile, which is Waterstones. Obviously, I went to Waterstones. So I have this one really caught my eye first, like straight in. I was like, what? It is Vampires, a literary anthology by Christopher Frayling, and it's about like the history of the vampire in literature. I have kind of started it, and immediately it's John Polidori with the vampire, and there's mentions of Mary Shelley, and I was like, sold. So that I'm really interested. Look at that. I kind of wish there was one about werewolves, but anyway, I have Adrian Young's newest book, Fallen City. I'm so excited to read. I love her books. So this is this stack I have. I'm so excited. And then I saw this and I was intrigued by the title. It's Daedalus is Dead by Seamus Sullivan, and it's basically about Daedalus from the Greek mythology, creator of the labyrinth for the Minotaur and also father of Icarus. So it is basically a reimagining of the myth of Daedalus, and he is trying to, I believe, reunite with his son Icarus. So he goes into the underworld, he meets Persephone, there's all sorts going on. It's a very short novella, but I'm so intrigued. And it's just... And also at the top it says, this book will destroy you. If it will. Fingers crossed. The horror section was so good. I was there perusing for a long time, but it was this one that caught my eye because I hadn't heard of it or seen it before, and it was Her House First by Cherie Priest. It's giving kind of like detective noir because she is a silent film star and she's the malevolent ghost in this house. And I believe that there is also the ghost of Inspector Bartholomew Sloane, which is her eternal nemesis. And now the house has been bought by a grieving woman. And there's also a mysterious man who comes knocking with a bottle of booze and a wild story about a connection to the house that hides his true intentions. And it kind of stirs the silent film star Venita, her rage. So I'm really intrigued by this one. And she has another book called The Drowning House. So if I like this one, I might give her other one a go as well. And then I have a historical fiction that I hadn't heard of before. It's called Restoration by Rose Tremaine. I believe it came out in 1989 from what I've seen. And it is about the court of King Charles II. And this gentleman is rising quite quickly in the court, but then he is privileged with the position of a paper. I believe he falls in love with one of the king's mistresses. So we don't know how that's going to end, but intrigued. And then I got this other non-fiction called The Regency Revolution, Jane Austen, Napoleon, Lord Byron, and the Making of the Modern World. It's basically about the cross currents of kind of like art flourishing. We have society steeped in hedonism, elegance, but there's also the dark side, you know, the poverty, slavery, pornography, that kind of thing. So intrigued with that one. And then York Minster Bookshop, I saw in the window for $7.99 the Cranford collection of Frankenstein. Immediately, yes. And I also got the collective works of Edgar Allan Poe in the same collection. So now I have these two. I also have the Scarlet Letter. So yeah, creating quite a nice little collection that will go immediately on the Frankenstein shelf. Then we went to Haworth. I kept saying it wrong and they weren't amused. Stupid southerner. We went into Haworth's indie bookshop, home of strong women. Highly recommend. And this caught my eye. It's called The Strange Woman. And it is based around a true story of a woman accused of witchcraft. And so it's only a tiny blurb there. Immediately caught my eye though. In a remote Yorkshire valley in 1621, a baby girl is born to the poet Edward Fairfax, who apparently at the time was the poet laureate, and his wife Dorothy. But the baby dies 4 months later. Her death triggers shocking events that reverberate to this day. And I was like, yes, immediately. And it's signed. and the owner was just so fantastic. And I also got a t-shirt that has a print from Demonologies of a witch, and it says resting witch face. So I have to wear that in the vlog at some point so you see it. And then at the Bronte Parsonage I got this amazing bookmark, absolutely stunning. And I bought Shirley by Charlotte Bronte because I haven't read this one, and this one is the one that's keep catching my eye because it is a historical fiction set during the Napoleonic Wars. But when you buy a book at the Bronte Parsonage Museum, they stamp it for you. So it's stamped, so I'm never getting rid of it. I don't with my classics anyway, so I'm immediately giving my stamp of approval. I don't know if you'll see it, but I have embossed it. I don't know if you'll catch it. But yeah, that's my book haul. And now I've just got to tidy up this library. It's an absolute state, and I need to start the book club book for the Coven because I haven't started it. Obviously mental health and the work thing has been weighing on my mind, so I kind of forgot, but I'm getting onto this because it's the last week of November and I really want to read this. And then I have decided that December's book is going to be The Dead of Winter. It's got some witches in it. It's very short, and it's basically about like the darker side of Christmas. Krampus, witches. Yeah, that's the one we're going to read. But I need to read Burnt Offerings first. So, yeah. Let's tidy up this this library. That will definitely give me joy. This is literally the only place I could pop you down. But put the Christmas tree up today. And then me and Mum went to see Wicked for Good. I had more green eyeshadow on, I cried it off. Even though I've seen the show and I know the story, still cried. It was wonderful. We got posh popcorn bucket, and I got Elphaba's hat as a cup. It was really good. I had a really nice day today. I'm very tired though. The last 2 days have been a bit non-stop. And tomorrow is Black Friday and I'm at work until 9, so we're just gonna have to just go with the flow. It's gonna be a rough day, but we'll be all right. We can do this. So yeah, I'm gonna brush my hair and my teeth, wash my face, go to bed. had us in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. That was a rough 2 days. Let's just say I haven't had a migraine like that in a very long time. In fact, it was migraine, went away, came back, punched me right in the eye. I'm still a little bit, but I think that's more the tramadol I took than anything else. Yeah, that was fun. Didn't lose my eyesight this time around, so a win is a win. Is it though? I'm on a late tonight, finishing at 9:15 in the evening. Although I do have things to look forward to this week. Let's talk about the Glimmers. The Glimmers. I have Wednesday and Thursday off. Wednesday I'm going to spend journaling, doing uni work, all the fun stuff. I also need to write some snail mail for some friends. So I will get on that. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Just a quiet time at my desk. And then Thursday, my brother's got an eye test, but I'm hoping to be cheeky and go into the high street and just mooch, fresh air, browsing the shops, maybe a festive coffee, but let's not go too far. Then I'm on a late early again, which was painful, very painful for me, but it's fine. And on the 18th, we're going to Greenwich for the pirate exhibition. So that's fun. I love a museum. I love an exhibition. So I tell you, that cup of tea is the best thing I've ever tasted. But yeah, I'm gonna get ready for work, gently brushing my hair because my scalp is incredibly tender today. Yeah. Then I'm gonna get on the bus. I'm gonna listen to some Christmas carols on my headphones. It's gonna be a very good day. And I've got a Cathedral City mac and cheese for lunch dinner. So yeah. It's the day after the family Christmas do. A little bit hungover. It didn't feel right without Nan and Grandad. So I didn't really have a great time Oh, I also cut my hair. It needs layering, I think. And a tidy. Right, we're going to the Christmas market. Let's do this. Today, myself and the elusive brother are hitting the highway and going to Greenwich for the pirate exhibition. Very excited. And it's raining. The best type of weather.